Hello guys, how are you on this lovely Sunday morning in the autumn or the spring, depending on what part of the world you live in. I'm back here on Delft Haven. Oh, and it's spring. Ooh, I just got logged in. I've been, I didn't realize what the season was, or I would have probably been planting the spices there as quickly as possible. So actually we should probably go do that. So we've got nothing else. Do I have anything to plant for quests? Not a thing. Let's have a real quick look, shall we? We have trees, flowers, alpaca. We've got some of each. We just got to wait it out and get them done. We've got the black Spanish turkeys, which are apparently going to take days to get done, but you know, that's okay. We have some of those. We have some of everything there. We have the horses to wait on, cows, that's done, and we wait. Okay, so we just got to wait for critters and fish and plants and do the harvesting and work on getting more of these. I had a whole bunch, but I've spent a fair number of diamonds earlier today, a few hours ago, just on leveling up the warehouse again. I probably would have had enough to buy another plot of land, but yeah. Storage is important too, right? It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I mean, ultimately you need all of this stuff at some point, and I don't think there's a right or a wrong. There's just, we'll get her done. We'll get it when we get it. That's all there is. And as soon as my tea comes ready to harvest again, I am going to... I'm going to buy some more black tea and start getting that leveled, because that's the one, right? That is the one that brings you in the most diamonds. The saffron is so good if you're not in game every day, but if you're in the game once a day, the black tea is definitely the way to go. On the other hand, you end up spending, you spend so much buying so many of them while you're getting the land bought and the warehouse leveled up, and then after, you have no need for them whatsoever. The black tea only comes up occasionally. It's pretty rare in questing, and when it does, it's usually like 60 of them, and you've got hundreds. So, oh well, is what it is. But let's get a bunch of these planted because we know we're going to need them. And then I'm still thinking about the fish situation. I'm thinking about going down to our shoreline there, the coast, the west coast of Delft Haven, and adding one more block of each of the fish, I think, is probably going to be what I end up doing. It seems like a good plan. And I still haven't added the fish, the sort of dangerous ones. I haven't really decided what to do with those that you can't mix with others yet, because it's going to mean a separate farmer in some fashion, because they don't play well with others. Oh goodness. Oh well. I wish they would have left it where they just go and bite the other fish. It would have added a nice little, I guess it would have made it a very different game. That's not the kind of game this is. That the competition, the slaughtering of animals, the getting hides, the blah, blah, blah. This game is not like that, which is why it's such a different experience. It's quite pleasant. It's a nice game. 'Tis a pretty one. Okay, so we get some of these planted. We're getting a lot of spring left. We could plant some more. We could. The sturgeon has leveled up. There used to be this restaurant that I stopped along the highway that had this massive sturgeon stuffed on the wall. It was really, really, really big. Apparently, they can get quite large. It was kind of, I never liked sitting under it. It's like, I don't know, it's just a little creepy. That's all I'm saying. Just a little creepy. Do we have these? No. Is there anything in here we need? Yeah, there is. spices. I knew there was something, but it's the coffee or the chocolate. One of them, coffee, chocolate, you know, it's all the same. Free endorphins, bring them on. Okay, so we got a few more of those done as required. Actually, what else? Do we have anything else? Yeah, not so much. So, back to these spices. I could buy some more saffron too, actually, next time it's ready to harvest. I just like to have them all coming due at the same time. I don't want to be logging in one day to get half of it done and logging in another day to get the other half done. I mean, I log in every day anyway, but it's the thought that counts. Oh my goodness. So how are you guys today? It's Sunday. It's been a weird day here. It's like sunny 1 minute and then it's not. And then it is and then it's not. I have got to remember someday to harvest these little lemon trees because I have to level them up. They have got to get leveled up for some other tree to be able to get unlocked, and I just haven't been doing it. I just haven't gotten it done. And I have to remember with these, I mean, you can plant them until you're broke, but then you don't have any money to do anything else with. Because you're not getting any back, you know. How many are these giving us now? 22. Well, more would be better, but, you know, these at least I can plant and harvest whenever. And with the mod, of course, it's more better. When are these ready? In an hour. Okay. You know what? We're going to do at least a couple more rows, and then we should harvest them and see if we have enough to go buy another bit of land, because as soon as I get this last one, I'm going to start counting in from each side and making sure I want to center my castle. It's not like they would have built the castle in the middle of their property, but I'm going to assume that the family bought the property around the castle. Ooh, yeah, let's go with that. I just think it'll look nice. It seems unrealistic. I get that, and I don't care. I think it'll look pretty. I'm going to be sitting right up in this area here someplace, and the nice big garden around it and lots of pretty trees coming up the drive. And I may end up putting like a major road. Well, I know we're going to go this way. Probably. I don't know. A major road that goes what, like here and here, and then, or maybe even have our little shopping, what word would I call it? The roadside veg market, you know, up in a corner someplace or something. Looks like I made a boo-boo with this one. Now, here's the thing. The more of these I plant, the more I'm going to have to harvest, and that means the more that we'll have to get done before summer comes along and I replant all the Swiss chard. And I just plant these two things. If I don't have a quest thing going on, I just plant these two, as I'm sure you know by now. But it works. It works. So... And like I said, having this mod on sure do make it nice. 'Tis a wonderful thing. And I have discovered that I really love having these 99 99 spaces of okay. I need words this morning. I'm so tired today. But that's just normal for me lately. I'm just tired all the time. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. I'm getting kind of tired. Okay. Did you hear what I was saying there? I'm getting kind of tired of this. Okay. I'm totally getting kind of tired of being tired, guys. gosh. So a friend of mine has offered, if I can get enough, recording done a week ahead at some point, very, very soon, he's offered to take over all of my streams for 1 week and just have 7 days where it's like, go sleep. Take some walks with your dog. Unplug all the phones and just, which I can't actually do with my mom ill, but do the best you can, right? Just get off all the just go out and be in the autumn weather, which is always my favorite time of year. Of course, you know what I'm going to end up doing with it? I'll spend the week cleaning out closets and packing things for Scotland and having a yard sale and getting rid of all the things. You know it. I'm sure of it. It sounds like a likely option. It's terrible, but it's true. I wonder if the rest of these fields will give me enough of these to buy that last property. So close. Might do. I've got a few over there, right? I hope. I can't remember where I've planted and where I haven't. Where have I planted? I said, I got all of these yet. Maybe. Ooh, maybe, baby. We might have enough. We might have enough once we get through all of these. I can't remember. I think it's 30,000 or 31. Yeah. Maybe not. But we are going to try. Ooh, I'm so excited. Go, go. So, Formula One racing. This morning, the race was in Russia. And man, was that wild. It really was. It really was just absolutely crazy. First of all, because of various things, some penalties, some replaced equipment, blah, blah, blah. A couple of the serious contenders for winning were right at the back of the pack. So we've got a guy from the Netherlands and a guy from Germany who are really good, wonderful drivers who are right at the back, and they're the ones that are generally on the podium. So that was a thing. And then we get this young guy, Lando Norris, who's never won yet. He's young, he's new, blah, blah, blah. And he ends up in first, very, very early in the race, and stayed there for a long time. He was driving so well, really keeping off these serious contenders for, the big guys, right? The guys that everybody expects to win. He was holding them off. He did a really good job. And then right at the end, and I mean within, the last 4 laps or something, it starts to rain like crazy. So you now have a choice of going into the pit to put on different tires because these guys are slipping all over the place. Or you just try to finish and hold off the guys behind you. And unfortunately, with just, 2 or 3 laps to go, right smack at the end of the race, he slid off. And Lewis Hamilton, who had been in second, gaining on him. I mean, it was going to be a fight. There was this good chance Hamilton might have gotten around him anyway, or at least a chance Hamilton would have gotten around him. But anyway, Lewis Hamilton just became the first man in history, the first driver to win 100 Formula One races. So it was like a history-making morning. It's pretty cool. It was fun. It was a pretty tense and exciting race because there were all these different fights going on all over the track for, this spot or that spot, and it was a few odd moments of I don't understand what's happening here. But the one of the drivers, one of those guys that tend to be front runners and on the podium a lot, and Bottas, he was starting in the back, but he was ahead of another guy who's been winning a lot, And it was sort of thought that, you know, maybe he would be trying to block him and keep him back so that his team could win, even if he didn't. But was it just the last race? Bottas had came from dead last to be on the podium. So, I mean, the guy can drive. And he just did nothing. He let the other guy go by. He sat there in 14th place for the entire race. And then right smack at the end, he zooms up to 4th or 5th place. It was like, what the, like, if you could have done that all this time, you could have ended up on the podium. Why did you just sit back there? I don't even understand. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for it, but just, you know, watching, not being able to get in these drivers' heads, of course, it's just, did somebody pay you off, dude? I don't know. It was an odd set of circumstances, that's all. Oh man, it was a fabulous race though. I am so glad I got to see this one. I would have been quite upset had I missed this one. It was good. It was very, very exciting. So yes, I'm just planting more Swiss chard and rambling on about my latest addiction. It's been a lifelong interest. It's just been the last few years. It's just gotten worse and worse and worse. And now I think it's full blown over the top. I think about it a lot. I'm always thinking about these drivers and what they're doing. And I have no idea what's going on with governments and politics and wars and COVID. But I know when Russell took his last vacation. I'm afraid I've become a fangirl, and it's a weird experience for me because I don't usually do that sort of thing. But it gets all personal. Like Verstappen, I mean, he's been winning a lot, and a lot. I like watching him race. I've cheered him on many a time. And then in the last race, he and Lewis got into an accident. And it, you know, you could say it's definitely 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. They both could have made different choices. But earlier in the race, when they were in the exact same situation, you know, where Verstappen was ahead, Lewis backed off to not cause an accident. And this time, the next time, Lewis was ahead and Verstappen wouldn't back off to not cause an accident. So, and I guess the stewards felt that way too, because they're the ones that gave him this penalty, right? So, and this is why he started at the back of the pack. Well, part of the reason. He also changed some equipment, and so he ended up way in the back anyway. But the accident, they both, neither one of them finished the race because they got into an accident. Two, you know, aggressive drivers who made choices that whatever. So neither one won. They didn't even get to finish. But Verstappen's car, his wheel landed actually on Lewis's head. There's this piece of equipment called a halo, and it's just like a ring around the top of the guy's heads to keep them from getting their necks broke when this sort of situation happens. And it did happen, and you know what? It's still summer. I should just go ahead and keep planting. And it landed on his head, and when Verstappen got out of his car, he didn't even look. He didn't even look to see if the other guy was okay. He was just angry. Like his whole body language was screaming angry. He just stormed off and left him, and I thought, man, you just parked on this guy's head. Like he would have probably died. He would have had his neck broken or his head crushed if it hadn't been for that halo thing. And even with the halo, you could see the tire was grinding on his helmet. It was terrifying. And he hadn't even looked. He hadn't even looked back to see if that was like a problem. He didn't even, he just walked away. And I have to, like I said, it gets really personal. You start to feel different. It's like, dude, that was so uncool. And today it was like, I don't want you to win. I'm not rooting for you today. I want you at the back of the pack. I hope you're not even on the podium, you jerk. I may be overreacting. I don't know. I don't think anybody else I know is feeling that way about it, but I just felt like, man, you could have shown a little kindness or human concern here, dude. I don't know. I may be too involved in Formula One racing. I need a different hobby. I guess start riding horses again. That's it. I just gotta start riding horses again. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna finish this row. You know what? I guess. I don't even want to. I want to go see if I've got enough diamonds. Look at that. We get 25K. Those last fields may be enough for that next lot. Lot acquired. Check. Excuse me. I'm sorry. That one caught me so fast I didn't even have time to look away. Holstein cows. Well, if there's some of those coming, I will go and I'm sure there'll be some that I should be harvesting. Where are they? Down here? Maybe not. Okay, whatever. I was wrong. Okay, no, come back. Hold it. There we go. Dinky doo. Oh, so close. I bet you we can. I bet you we can. We're going to have enough after all. Yes, I'm not even going to take time. Ooh, this hurts, but I'm not even going to take time to harvest. I'm just running for it, guys. Let's just go for it. I can replow later. So I should be recording for the rest of the day, and honestly, it's just, I don't think I can. I'm just burnt. I think I have something up in some game from earlier, but for a second one, for the next while, probably for a month or two, perhaps as much as 2, I will more than likely just be doing 2 recordings a day. And like I said, I know I was talking about this even before my mom got ill, that I was just going into an extremely busy period of life again. Just one of those times where there's too many things piling up, and there are deadlines in place. And, you know, sometimes you just have to stop one thing and do something else. And then when I add, you know, family illness and a lot of driving time and things like that, it's, yeah, I may have to go down to 2 recordings a day for quite a while, at least a month. I'm pretty certain. My mom's doing well. My mom's doing very well, but there's still, you know, there's still things. And look, I missed his butt. Hello, come here, little one. Thank you. Where are we? Here we go. So I'm just gonna be, I don't know, life does what it does, and you take care of it, right? That's what we do. Life does a thing, we look after it. We make plans, and then life happens. Somebody asked me that, well, what are your plans about, I don't know even what it was, who can remember, but it was like, well, the plan was, and then, yeah. Odds of that happening? Yeah, probably none. None at all. I gotta get my dog to the vet here soon too. She's needing stuff. We got 40. That's enough. We can do this. Let's go. Let us go and buy the, yes. This one is nice and close, but I want that one down at the end because I want to start thinking about where I'm going to be placing things. That feels kind of important. So, I mean, if I'm going to put the market down at this end, I could actually just start building that market. And then we can put a way shrine down to it to be able to sell things off when we need to. And 30. Yes, do it. Woohoo. Look. Oh, happy joy. So what I need to do now is to start counting in from that end. And that, oh, that's going to be exciting, right? 32 next time. We're at about 10. It won't take long. It won't take long to get that many. We're all good. I do need some cash, but that's okay. So I'm going to keep on planting these blasted things and say thank you guys for being here. New lot acquired. Yes, I am a whole happy. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. And if you're not a Formula One fan, I apologize. It's only sometimes it's every Sunday, but it's been a while. We had a break. Every other Sunday now or something, but I'm sorry. I do love it. I do love this thing. I guess I just like racing in general. The earliest thing I ever remember wanting to do with my life was to become a jockey. When you're very, very tiny and everybody wants to be a fireman hero or Batman, or you want to grow up to do whatever. You want to be a hero. I just wanted to be a jockey. That was my thing. And there really weren't a lot of or any women jockeys at the time. And I knew that was going to be a problem, but I was okay with that because I was going to be such a great rider that they'd hire me anyway. I knew this. And then as tiny as I actually am in life, I became too big to be a jockey. I felt so cheated on all the ways, right? I'm short, but I'm not short enough. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm going to go now, guys. I hope you're having a great day. I might go take a nap. I got to stream this afternoon. So I hope you're having a good time. Take care, everybody. Thank you for the views, the thumbs up, your comments. Little Critter, I read your comment this morning. Thank you, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.